Quote Retreat by Sandor. One quote, one reflection, one thought that could bring a moment of light and energy to your day. Join me as we take a look at today's quote. The quote is by Bethenny Frankel, born 1970. It reads, "When you embrace your difference, your DNA, your look or heritage or religion, or your unusual name, that's when you start to shine." Let's take a moment together to explore the messages within this quote. Here's something that challenges everything we think about success. What if our differences and quirks are our superpowers? Bethenny Frankel's journey from reality TV contestant to building a billion-dollar empire suggests exactly that.
That's such an intriguing perspective, especially considering how her quote about embracing differences has become almost prophetic in today's business world.
You know what fascinates me most about her story? She took what many would consider a career-limiting move, being unfiltered and direct on reality TV, and transformed it into her greatest asset. Her quote captures this: "When you embrace your difference, your DNA, your look or heritage or religion, or your unusual name, that's when you start to shine."
Well, that's particularly powerful when you consider that the Skinny Girl brand she built has generated over $100 million in revenue. She essentially created a whole new category in the beverage industry because she wasn't afraid to think differently.
And what's interesting is how this philosophy has evolved beyond just personal branding. Studies show that companies with diverse leadership teams are 35% more likely to have above-average profit margins. It's like what Bethenny discovered personally is now being proven on a corporate scale.
That's exactly what makes her message so relevant today. How do you think this applies to the current workplace environment?
Well, looking at recent data, about 76% of job seekers now say diversity is important when evaluating companies and job offers. It's like we're seeing this massive shift from trying to fit into corporate culture to valuing what makes people unique.
The way she's leveraged this philosophy through her Be Strong Foundation is remarkable too. They've distributed over $350 million in disaster relief aid. That's taking personal authenticity and turning it into real-world impact.
Speaking of impact, let's talk about how this applies to innovation. When we look at breakthrough products or ideas, they often come from people who weren't afraid to challenge conventional wisdom. Like, did you know that before Skinny Girl, experts said a low-calorie cocktail brand would never succeed?
So that demonstrates how embracing your unique perspective can lead to identifying market gaps that others miss.
And here's what's powerful about her message. It's not just about passive acceptance. The phrase, "that's when you start to shine," suggests this transformative moment. Research shows that employees who feel they can be their authentic selves at work are 4.4 times more likely to stay with their companies.
You know, that reminds me of how some of the most successful tech companies now actively seek out neurodiverse talent, recognizing that different ways of thinking lead to better problem solving.
Exactly! And looking at the bigger picture, companies with above-average diversity produce 19% higher innovation revenues. It's like what Bethenny discovered through her journey is now being validated by hard data.
The way she's approached philanthropy through Be Strong shows another dimension of this philosophy, using your authentic self to identify and solve problems others might miss.
You know what's fascinating? When we look at successful startups, about 43% of them were founded by people who saw opportunities others overlooked precisely because of their different perspectives or backgrounds.
That's such a powerful statistic. It validates the idea that our differences can be our greatest advantages.
And as we wrap up, I think there's something really important about timing here. In an age where AI and automation are becoming more prevalent, our unique human characteristics, our differences, become even more valuable. It's like what made Bethenny successful is becoming a blueprint for future success.
Well, that brings everything full circle, from personal authenticity to business success to societal impact. It's about creating value precisely because of our differences, not despite them.
Looking ahead, I think this message will only become more crucial. As we face increasingly complex global challenges, we need diverse perspectives and authentic voices more than ever. Bethenny's journey shows us that embracing our differences isn't just about personal fulfillment. It's about unleashing our full potential to make a real difference in the world.
With that, we conclude this exciting episode. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd appreciate a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Your support truly helps this channel grow. See you again tomorrow. Yours, Sandor.